Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax, and I am back with the fourth and final part for PSA Returns Round 29. So this last group of cards, I believe, was all Yu-Gi-Oh, if I remember correctly. I believe it was. And just lots of really cool and interesting stuff. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! We're seeing more Yu-Gi-Oh! In the grading community these days. I'm seeing it not only on Facebook, I'm seeing it a little more on YouTube these days. It's really cool to see. And, hopefully for a lot of these guys who are sending Yu-Gi-Oh! Off, good money cards here too. So we'll see. We'll see how that market plays out. Generally, markets that are a little bit newer, you see a lot of variation. So it's something new, something to keep an eye on. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Myself, so I'm happy to see so much come through on the PSA front. So let's go ahead and begin. First things first, we did get one no grade back. I'm not real sure as far as to why, as the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like all of the cards have these ID numbers on them, and they should be super easy to just kind of trace back to where they came from. But for whatever reason, PSA did not have any information on this particular one, but no big deal. Maybe they'll figure it out if he resubmits it or something like that, so we'll see. All these cards come from Name Available Not, who I believe sent last round as well. He sent a number of cards with me, and they're really cool. We'll start off with Blue Eyes White Dragon. Not from a set I'm familiar with. DDS Dark Duel Story, something of that degree. I'm familiar with a lot of the much older stuff. I mean, these are cards that I am familiar with. Legend of Blue Eyes, here we go. This is something I'm familiar with. Red Eyes Black Dragon, beautiful card. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does a lot of reprints. That's something that they do. He did submit a full Exodia set, which I thought was awesome. The whole set came back as Near Mint 8. I'll kind of go through them one by one. This is, of course, the head of Exodia. The right arm. Oh, sorry, that last one was the left arm. This is the right arm. The left leg. And of course the right leg. So even though it's only a Near Mint 8 set, that's actually a very good thing, because if he ever goes to resell this, it's much harder to sell a Exodia set that's graded 7, 8, 9, 10 across the span of all the cards, versus a set that's just straight 8s. It's much easier to sell that to a collector or somebody who's in the market for those cards if they're just all the same grade. So he's actually kind of lucky in that sense. Moving on, Exodia Necros, Dark Crisis, Near Mint, or I'm sorry, not Near Mint, Mint 9, excuse me. Cool card. Gaia the Fierce Knight, Mint 9. Curse of Dragon, beautiful holographic card. I love all the nostalgia I get to kind of flip through here as I'm doing the return. Legend of Blue Eyes, Gaia the Dragon Champion, really cool card. Trihorn Dragon, Near Mint 8. Celtic Guardian, Mint 9. Flame Swordsman. One of my personal favorites, one I used to play with myself. This is a Man-Eater Bug. Phenomenal flip effect, especially in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! You got to, you placed him face down in defense position, he was attacked, he could pop up and kill a monster. It was pretty cool. Mystic Elf. One of the staples installed back in the day. 2000 defense. This is really cool. I'm not real sure what's going on with it, to be completely honest with you, but he sent 2 Gate Guardians. You'll see one is plain colored and one is effect colored, and I don't know which one's the error. Actually, yes I do. This one's the correct version, this one's the error, I believe. But you can see, basically, PSA does not distinguish on the labels which one's an error, just they have them labeled identical. So, despite the 2 different printings, I think that's pretty cool. If you were to sell these as a set, they're both Mint 9. Again, that's very easy to move. So that's pretty cool. Sanga of Thunder, Mint 9. I'm going to botch this name. Kajin. We'll say Kajin. That sounds a little better. Mint 9. Again, another botch. Suijin. fantastic Metal Raiders stuff. Barrel Dragon, really cool card from Metal Raiders. Beast Skull Dragon, a card I owned forever as a young player of Yu-Gi-Oh! I always thought he was really cool. He had that 3200 attack stat. Oh, I thought he was just amazing, phenomenal. Thousand Dragon, mint 9. Really cute Time Wizard, came back as a mint 9. Change of Heart, mint 9. Mirror Force, card I owned and played with quite a bit when I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! Before it was banned. Actually, I don't know if it's still banned or not. It may not be. Solemn Judgment. Oh man, so many great cards here. Mimicat, from a set I'm actually not familiar with. Dragons of Legend 2. Something a little more recent. Yatagarusu, Legacy of Darkness, great card. LOD. I remember playing against this card. I hated it. Essentially, you couldn't draw on an infinite scale. You had to, like, I was always the guy who would, like, play it out, see if my life points would remain high enough to, like, not, you know, to deck my opponent, essentially, kind of deal. Typically worked, because most people didn't count out. They would just forfeit. Toon World from Magic Ruler, came back as mint 9. Toon Kingdom, Gem mint 10, Dragons of Legend 2. Toon Table of Contents to the mint 9. A second one that came back as a Gem mint 10. It's very cool graphic color to it. Color scheme, I should say. One of my favorites. Blue Eyes Toon Dragon came back as an excellent 6 for him, unfortunately, but a really cool card nonetheless. I hope to own one in a 10 myself one day. Toon Mermaid as well, mint 9. And last one, we have Toon Cannon Soldier, which came back as a mint 9 for him. Tournament Pack 6, again, something I'm not super familiar with. Not familiar with modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, much more familiar with older Yu-Gi-Oh! So very cool cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Always great to see, very happy about that. So we'll go ahead and we'll put him back together here. And I know I mentioned this in an update video a little while ago, but I will have more content for you guys for the month of December here, so you guys always have something to watch, something a little bit different. I'm deviating a little bit from what I normally do, but you'll see once I post the videos up. They're going to be set on automatic upload, so I can go do my work thing and not have to worry too much about making sure I'm up to date on uploads and everything else. So as always, guys, thank you a ton for watching. Really appreciate it. This round was a lot of fun, actually. Apologies it took me so long to actually get to filming it. But as always, you guys have been a fantastic fan base, and I will continue to provide a grading service for you guys, as you guys are just that awesome. So if you're interested, of course, in a grading service, feel free to message me either here, Facebook, Skype. I'll have all the contact information you need, as well as information for grading. That'll be in the description below for you guys, so feel free to click on that, check that out. Always feel free to bombard me with questions. I'll be happy to answer. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching this particular return. Been a lot of fun to do. So I'll have more uploads coming for the rest of this month. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Another upload again soon.